Good morning, it's Clay at claytrader.com. This will be a unique live trade video, not one I normally do, but watching DKNG here, 58.85, and looking for just a quick scalp on it here. So nothing crazy, but looking to try to take this one long on a fake breakdown of 59. And right now it is 10.13. I am down $49. But my goal here, and what I'm trying to show, and hopefully will show, and I have, I believe the probabilities are in my favor, so therefore I believe I have a high probability of showing you, is that this is why managing risk is so important, and why keeping the hole small is so important. Because when you manage risk the right way, when you keep the hole small, then you don't have to trade like a superhero to get back to break even, or to maybe even get green. So this trade that I was thinking about taking may not even take place here. So maybe maybe this is going to backfire on me, and I'll be posting a video with no trades in it. But the learning lesson is the same, but there's also some other nice little setups out there that are taking place. But the point here being is I want you to think about the position I'm in right now. I am down. I have lost, but I've kept it controlled. I've kept it small, so I'm down $50. So the question just becomes, am I going to need to make some sort of superhero trade and to begin to trade like a flat out all-star to get these gains back? And no, absolutely not. So hopefully if I do this right, because like I said, there's some other setups out there that are taking place, I can put on a very kind of, that's all you did? That wasn't impressive. But that's the point, is if you don't have to make impressive trades, yet you can still be at break even or green, then that's where we want to be as traders. And I'm watching ROKU. And I should note these are live in the sense of, oh wow, these are live videos, meaning this has not all been recorded and then I'm coming back and doing it. I literally am trading right now. I hit the record button on my screen capture software and we'll see what happens. So to be fair, maybe I don't even make any other trades because I'm not going to force a trade just for the sake of it. But 204.50 to get short 100 shares here on Roku. This thing's getting a little too overextended here. Now I want more than 100 shares, but that'll get my feet wet. But the point being, these are live in the sense of I don't know what's going to happen next. So to be fair and to be transparent, there might not be any trades in this video at all. I have no idea. But if you want to know and want to see the nitty gritty kind of real life look into trading, then this video will provide that to you. But like I said, started off with DKNG. There are definitely some other nice movers out here right now. Roku being one of them that could provide a nice little setup. But I will go ahead and pause. And if one of these other setups actually develops the way I want to see it develop, then I'll get the video rolling. All right, watching Boyne here for a breakout of 170.25. Trying to see if this candle wants to stay up around that area, or if it's going to ultimately get rejected back down. Would like to see it consolidate just one more candle before the attempted break. So this is good. Yeah, come back down. Excellent. Come back down a little bit more. In fact, let me get this alerted in the room. BA 170.25 upside. Breakpoint 1 minute. There we go. I do run a private community right there, so you can see alerted what I'm watching. So 170.25. Let's see if it can get back up there and get the break of it. Although the markets right now are getting relatively overextended. And if those pull back, then that might present a problem. Although I'm not looking for some sort of grand slam trade on this. So I do have some wiggle room apart from the markets. Because again, back to what I was talking about at the beginning, I don't need to be trading like a superhero. Like I don't need a grand slam. So watching that area very closely. At this point, I'm not going to take it on this candle any longer. I want to see how this candle closes. But if this candle can close somewhere right around where it is now and then get up there and break it, I like it. So again, I'm not going to tell, let's see, how much longer does this candle have? Yeah, about 30 seconds. 30 seconds before this candle is done. Oh, don't leave me behind with 30 seconds left. Yes, I'm talking to the chart right now. Hopefully I'm not the only one alone that talks to the stocks they're trying to trade. Get how much time now? Right there, 10 seconds before this candle closes. Two seconds. All right, here we go. Watching closely. Let's see if that candle looks like it getting in there. Let's see if it can ultimately get the break now. There is the break. Can we get some more through it? Come on. All right, all out there for $56. And look at that. Just like that, I am up $7 on the day. So I am back green. And you may be saying, Clay, you sold way too soon. What are you doing? Maybe so. Maybe I did. I'm not quite sure. I was looking for a much smoother break. I gave the thing plenty of time to move, and it just was stumbling around way too much. And, you know, with as pretty as that setup was, especially, like I said, just let candle form. Just let that candle finish. It finished. The next candle went. And, I mean, scroll back. It was not. It still may break out. So I'm not saying it might not get more. My core point here is it just was not clean. For the way that setup was, I was looking for a break up through it. And then for it, now I'm not saying like for it to go straight up to 171, but at least get up to the 170.50 relatively quickly, because that's not even the highs of the day. But I mean, it's still not even up to 170.50. I suppose it's getting close here now. But I mean, I've been talking about this for about a minute now. So by no means was this some sort of super fast move. But yeah, up $7 now on the day. And that's why you can, you know, have losing trade. You can be wrong. But as long as you just acknowledge that you're wrong and acknowledge that you need to cut losses and keep things under control, well, then you can trade very unimpressively, right? I get it. There's probably going to be trolls that show up and say, Clay, what kind of trade was that? Yet, why'd you get out? I mean, I don't know. You know, I explained why, but my point here is you're kind of proving my point, actually, if you're making that comment in this, you know, in the comment section, because that's what I'm trying to get across is you don't have to be a superhero trader to get back to green when you manage risk in the first place. And now you can see here pulling back. So yeah, just this is not very clean at all. At all. I mean, that was a beautiful setup though. Fantastic setup. Members still had opportunity to do quite well on it. But now you can see it's just totally pulling back. So in hindsight, sure, I could squeeze another 20 cents out of it, but that's why I'm super rich in my hindsight account. But I definitely played that the right way. And I am back green on the day. But like I said, there are still a couple other setups out there that I still think have some potential. So maybe I'll take another trade here, but I'm definitely not going to force anything. Have an order at 38.75 here, 100 shares. I want more than 100 shares, but this will at least allow me to get my feet wet. So again, 38.75. Looking to see if this wants to break 39. And the key is after it breaks 39, I need to see it move fast. And as of right now, it bounced right off of 39.01. But I'll keep an eye on it. And if it looks like it wants to get down there, I'll get the video rolling. All right, interesting setup here. Potential short here on PTON. But I got to see some signs of weakness out of it first. Right now, it's just going straight up. But if this thing wants to pull back here a bit, then there could be an opportunity. I do have an order to go short at 110.75 if this thing wants to just keep on moving up, but I'd be willing to take more size if I can first see some weakness, which may be forming here around 110.50. And this is just based off the level twos. A lot of shares going back and forth. So at this point, I'm no longer interested in taking it on this candle. I'd like to see this candle close up here, though, near highs. There we go. Okay, good. This candle is closing in 4 seconds. Good. Now I want to see this push up a little bit higher, so don't come down quite yet. Like I said, we'd love to see this get up over, if it could get rejected, nice. 110.65. So I want to see it go up, hit 111, then come down, or close to 110, or close to 111. In there at 110.66. I think this thing wants to pull back some more. Let's see if it can get down through 110.50. There we go. There we go. All out there for another quick scalp. But when you're going against the trend like that, you have to acknowledge you're going against the trend, and you have to make sure that you're in a high probability situation. And I want to really clarify that. High probability does not mean guaranteed. So by no means do guarantees exist, but there are very high probability situations that exist within the market. And I mean, I'm not trying to pat myself on the back here, but you just saw one of them, and it worked out fine, worked out nicely. I mean, $75 and what I was in that trade for maybe 10 seconds, if that. I suppose I could look. Let's see. And that's the nice thing about my broker. It gives you the timestamp. So I got in at 10:28:39, got out at 10:28:50. So yeah, what is that? I'm not a mathematical genius. 11 seconds, $75 and 11 seconds. I mean, I'm not Bill Gates. I'm not Jeff Bezos. My time is definitely worth $75 and 11 seconds. And it is now 10:30, so I definitely want to be done. The only bad part about today was I went over my goal. And if you follow the channel, then I've done a couple of videos about how oh wow. Let's look at, maybe I'm going to go over my goal a little bit more. Look at that plunge. All right. Let me just look, 35, 36. You know, the 30 minutes is an arbitrary number. And right now what I was saying is I'm at 10:30. So technically speaking, I've gone 30 minutes over what I normally want to do. But there was a little bit of an educational aspect and component to that, because like I said, I wanted to make this video and just show you that this is why you need to manage risk. This is why you need to keep the hole small, because when you manage risk, when you keep the hole small, sure, it's annoying, sure, it's frustrating, but you just saw me trade. I by no means did I make any sort of like revolution. Oh my, Clay, you are the greatest trader I've ever seen. Nothing like that. Just like I said, I'm sure in the comment section, there's going to be some people like, Clay, dude, you are a terrible trader. So think about that. Let's just go on that premise. I am a terrible trader. So therefore, by being a terrible trader, not only did I get back to green, I put myself up being up $80 now on the day, $82 on the day with commissions. I don't know, let's call it 70. So being a terrible trader, and if being a terrible trader means you take some losses, but yet you can still end the day within an hour making $70, I mean, I will take it. I'm not sure many jobs out there that pay $70 per hour. And like I said, in this situation, the $70 per hour is coming from a relatively bumpy morning, in the sense of I just wasn't able to trade the way you know, it was just, so sometimes you take losses, sometimes you miss entry points, and stuff like that happens. But even with all that, still walking away green. So that's all I have. I definitely want to be done. I need to be done. Like I said, if you've been following the channel, I've been talking about how my current goal over the past few months is really just fine-tuning my strategy to be done after 30 minutes, because that way I can go live life. Because as I say, I trade to not trade. I mean, I want freedom of time. And in this situation, and I missed my target by 30 minutes, but over the course of the month, it'll average, if I'm doing it right, average back down to 30 minutes, because some days I know I'll be done within 10 minutes, within 5 minutes, within 15 minutes. And if you watch the channel, you'll see that I have some crazy titles, you know, 5 minutes, $500, you know, there's some where it's over $1,000 in like 10 minutes. So like I said, some days I will definitely be done much, you know, much quicker than the 30 minutes, but other days they will go like this. But that is all I have. Thank you for watching. Before I go, if you enjoyed these kind of lessons, like I said, I realize I missed the majority of the day, but I don't do these videos every day. But if you enjoy when I get videos rolling just to try to make educational lessons, hit that like button. Let me know in the comment section. Or if you just like these live trade videos in general, then a very quick, time-efficient way to communicate that to me, just hit that like button. That goes a long way in telling me that you're enjoying these videos. Like I said, comments, questions, suggestions, I do read and will reply to all of them. And also check out the channel as a whole, lots of different videos and a good variety of stuff. So hopefully you like what you see enough to hit that red subscribe button. I would love to have you as a subscriber to the channel. So thank you for hanging out. Get out there, manage risk, keep the hole small so that you don't need to go out there and trade like a superhero. You can trade very meekly like I did here, yet still put yourself back into the green. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.